If crossing the U.S. southern border is step one,
America.
then step two for these Chinese migrants might just be even more daunting. You've made it. Now what? How is it now that you're in the United States?
Yeah. That's freedom.
Freedom, they tell us. Even as Border Patrol handcuffs and leads them onto buses to be processed. Where they go from here and who helps them along the way might surprise you. We're gonna go down to the basement here. He said he's got a couple of rooms. From Southern California to New York, we meet dozens of Chinese migrants who've taken near identical paths to get to the U.S. He's 2 months, he's been here 4 months.
Yes.
And they came over from California?
你是从加州来的对吧?
Into San Diego.
Yes, San Diego.
For Chinese migrants, parts of America can look and feel a lot like China. Take New York City's Flushing neighborhood, home to a Chinese diaspora going back generations. It is once again a desired destination for these new arrivals. And you expect more to come?
Yes, maybe 5.
Oh, maybe put in another bed, you think?
Yes.
Community leader Ma Zhu tours me through the many rooms of this Flushing house where he hosts migrants from China. You have Christians?
Yes, Buddhists.
Buddhists?
Muslim.
All under one roof.
Yeah.
Behind each door, we find a different story. You're learning English. It's your daughter.
Yes.
And where is she right now?
In China.
She's in China right
Yes.
now. Does it surprise you that we're seeing such a surge in Chinese migrants coming to the U.S.? I'm not surprised, Ma says. I think this is just the beginning. But Ma stresses that this goes beyond politics and economics. Coming to the U.S. is their way of seeking dignity, he says. Ye Chongsheng is seeking that dignity for his wife and their 2 young daughters. He says the Chinese Communist Party's crackdowns on faith, especially towards Muslims, motivated him to leave. To me, he says, the U.S. has felt like a soft, warm embrace.
My favorite color is blue. Thank you.
While some feel hope, there are those like 28-year-old Zhang Shiqing who feel mounting pressure to find work. He crossed into the U.S. a few weeks ago and is eager to repay money he borrowed from family and friends to make the trek. There's an army of migrants marching north, he tells me. It is going to be so competitive to get a job. He sees the migration influx as added career competition. He looks to those who've come before him, like Wang Chun, in the U.S. now for more than a year and a half. After flying to Ecuador in the spring of 2022, Wang then rode motorcycles, buses, and boats to get to the U.S.-Mexico border, eventually making it to Los Angeles with a dream to become a truck driver. Where do things now stand for you legally here? Wang tells me today he is part of the overwhelming backlog of U.S. asylum cases, but it's not stopped him from building a life here. I've got a work permit, driver's license, and social security number, he tells me. Adding, we work hard and pay taxes. We're not a burden. While Wang is waiting to plead his asylum case in court, he's now legally working as a truck driver. His focus? On the road ahead. Yet behind him, there are thousands from China and elsewhere determined to reach their American dream. David Culver, CNN, Los Angeles.